Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Children of Morta. This is the game that we're revisiting today, because I want to give it more of a fair shake. Well, I've personally played quite a lot of this, but I just wanted to shout it out. I think it's on sale, technically, for maybe a few more hours. I just noticed it when I was skimming through all my stuff, so I'll try and get this video out nice and fast, and if you're watching it when it goes live-ish, it's probably going fairly cheap. So this comes out of 11-Bit Studios as a publisher. I think the developer's different, but I love 11-Bit. Everything that they publish has a pretty much gold seal on it. Like, if they make it, I will play it. And that's sort of, you know, that's something that you want from a publisher. And it's always something very different genres, that sort of stuff. You know, we've got This War of Mine, we've got Frostpunk, Moonlighter, and I love all of these games. They're all wonderful. Anyway, so Children of Morta is, well, it's pixel art. Let's jump in. I'll keep talking while we play. Okay, there's been a few updates. Well, there's two different modes now. This got added, and this is more of a roguelike mode. Challenge yourself in randomly generated dungeons in family trials, right? Pretty cool. We'll do the main story. How about that art? My goodness. See, it's been a hot second since I've touched this. We're gonna do a new save because a big part of this game is the story and the way that it presents. You play as a very, well, large family. All the different family members, and you pick one to go on missions, essentially, each time. It's sort of like an action, I suppose you could just call it an action RPG, right? You'll see. With gorgeous art, the music's lovely, the narration and story.
Margaret awoke.
Very cool.
Startled, a cold sweat clinging to her.
Oh, no good, Mags.
She gathered her thoughts.
Yes.
Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms.
What a cool house.
Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort.
Yes.
Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak.
No good.
There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry.
Right.
The old seer's bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed.
You know, you don't ever play as this old bird. She's just like the family matriarch,
The
basically.
only thought on her mind, has it begun again?
Well, I certainly hope not, whatever it is. Well, there you go. Right? How ambiguous of a start.
John's mission would be a simple one.
Big John.
He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine.
So he's essentially the head of the family. The eldest son.
Father presented him with a fresh divinity shard.
Oh, nice. Thanks. Thanks, Mum.
From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
And then so you've got his eldest daughter as well. She's a bit of an action hero. His brother, I believe, is like injured, so he sort of sits on the side as like your workshop kind of dude. But there's, I believe the story goes down a path where like he's got an estranged misso that, you know, it's not like a one-off fling. They probably had like a 20-year relationship or whatever, and then she sort of comes back into it, and then there's a son as well that's a little bit more emo and edgy. God, it runs smooth though, doesn't it? So it's cool. It really leans into that sort of very large family dynamic. I've got a sword, and they all play really different. So this dude is obviously a tank. Well, it might not be obvious, but he does a whole lot of blocking, right?
A land long forgotten.
And you can play it with a mate. I know at least 2 players. There you go. He's got a dodge. Now you can see his stamina bar is only 1, but depending on different characters, some of them have more stamina bars, but they obviously don't like have a shield or something. And you can see his stamina. It won't recharge from behind the shield.
It first
anyway,
appeared as
we'll get there.
Given life.
Look at him.
Slithering creatures, small and vile.
Awful. Yuck. Use your primary attack, Jono. Let them bloody know who you represent. Get out of here, you gross little purple snots. Yeah, that's right. I've got plenty for you, you little snotty boys. You can unlock all sorts of... You can see one of his abilities is locked. So there is like an RPG component to it. I wouldn't really say it's got like branching paths or anything. There we go. So, and by that I meant by the RPG mechanics don't really have branching paths. Alright, so you can evade with that. Ow, could you stop hitting me, please? So the way that you fight from behind your shield is a little bit more like a spearman. You can see it's like slower, more jabs, whereas you can actually sort of get a combo chain sort of thing going if you don't use the shield. There we go. You can hold the attack down, which is pretty handy. And like the next one you unlock, I think, is the daughter, and she's like an archer, and she's all about just laying down a field of fire. Now, I think one of them, he's got like double daggers, and it's more like combo chain. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away because some of the characters you don't really see coming. It's cool. Oh, that poor little pig thing's looking a bit rough. Uh-oh.
A wall.
A wall.
Impeding further progress.
No good.
The battle was certain.
Absolutely. All right, John has a special ability to use his shield to block. All right. John uses stamina to block with his shield. Heavier incoming attacks consume more stamina. That is stamina, his shield will only block some of the damage. Yeah, so you can be a little bit more sensible with the shield. I'm obviously not. It is kind of cool that you can just hold the attack down and steer. Or attempt to, at least. Alright, a health potion. Interact. I can do that. Put Mum's shard into the thing.
The corruption abated.
Yeah.
The shard cold in hand.
What a wonderful game.
In need of life.
The problem with these revisits is they just make me want to play the whole game. Gemstone. So, what's going on here? I found a gem in its guts or something. And it opens a chest. And there we go. A divine grace, powerful item that aids with a buff.
Harnessed energy.
So, tooltip. Here we go. Damaged enemies burn in fire. Well, that sounds pretty bloody reasonable, doesn't it? How pretty is this forest?
Before him was now one more dangerous.
Oh, it's a boss
than
one.
Those that came before.
So you can see he's got a special ability. And now he's on fire, so you can suffer any jocks there, mate. And now we've leveled up. Whee! Okay. Skill tree. Here we go. Now, something interesting about this game is the familial passives. I don't know what else to call them, right? Heaven Strike, it wants me to unlock this one, so I will. Okay, sure. But you can see John's level is going up there in the corner. Oh, it won't let me really look at it. I'm going back in. Here we go. So you can see his levels going up. And here, increase the max health of all family members. So you become incentivized when we get past this sort of prologue. And the game doesn't really take that place in this forest that much. It's sort of like underground in the tree. There's like a bat cave where you assemble and you go dungeon delving essentially, right? It's got a little bit in common with Moonlighter in the way that it approaches dungeon running. But this is definitely a dungeon running game. But yeah, you want to obviously level up all the different family members kind of evenly to get passive bonuses from each other. And a great example is this one. John's will increase the health, so maybe you like playing the archer girl, but she's very squishy, right? So you level John up a little bit to get more value out of her during her runs. It's really cool. I like it. And it incentivizes you not strictly building tall. You can build flat. Like, you could just play the whole game as John until he's max level, but, you know, there's reasons to
Goblins,
play everyone.
a familiar threat, albeit farther out than usual.
So that's his special ability there. Seems it locks onto them. Geez, they're taking a beating, aren't they? Notice the skill is now on cooldown. Yep. All the UI elements pop, which is really cool.
Dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
Yeah. It's very pretty. What a game.
Before him was sacred ground.
Yes.
Untouched in days gone by.
So the dungeons are all procedural, right? And this is teaching us what a sort of special room looks like. So that door indicates that there'll be like a relic in it.
Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion.
Hey, here's my baby girl.
Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready.
Go, Linda.
Determined to do her part.
Yes. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I'll do the voice acting. All right, create a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. Nice. Because this is ultimately a roguelite, right? Even in the campaign mode. But like I said, more in the sense of the Moonlighter one. But less the shopkeeping. Are we going this way, you reckon? Tooltip. Okay, we can look at that. We already read that. That's fine. Am I accidentally just backtracking and making a bit of a pig's breakfast of this? Oh, no.
Inherently violent and ill-bathed, the goblins were an unfocused but constant threat.
Yeah, you know what? This might just be a side area. I think I've made a boo-boo here. Sorry, Linda. It's alright, we can have a bit of father-daughter time, going for a little walk. Now, this having a sidekick, I think, is very unusual. Again, more from the prologue. Or unless, of course, you decided to play it with a mate or whatever. Divine Relic is a gift from the gods. Use it in a fight to turn the tide. Yeah. Nice. Now things are going our way. All these poor little forest animals have been fucked up.
Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but
look at the big gobbo bloke.
Consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
It's all a bit grim, isn't it? Look at these blokes coming out. Look, oh my goodness. The animation is reminding me of like Another World or Flashback. You remember those games. I'm coming, Linda. Nice.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before.
Oh yeah, and who could blame
How would
them?
they explain what they had witnessed?
It's all pretty miserable. All right, back to Family HQ to have a chat. And yeah, between your runs,
had been cut down.
you have your little family
Together,
meetings and that.
father
It's
and
great.
daughter
It's got a really good
described
sense
the
of
horror,
progress.
Creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Mortar. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death.
Yeah, I think so.
Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary.
Yes, to the Bat Cave, the Berg Cave. This art just keeps giving, eh?
Given to the Bergsons by
Big
Rhea
old
herself,
bloody
the sanctuary was a
iceberg in the
gateway
basement.
to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Mortar will open in this chamber.
Woo!
By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
All right, MacGuffins, go on. So, return home. The Kale Dippo Caves. Let's do that.
Souls of Anaidia must be here.
Right.
She needs to be found.
Silk Caverns, 1 of 3. Oh, webs. That makes me very sad. Okay, so we can go, John. You've got this whole cast of characters there that we haven't got unlocked. Here's all the familial upgrades. The Father's Protection. Oh, there you go. Of the same blood. That's the first one for John. Yeah. John appears to shield any attack that would cause fatal damage. Oh, that's so cool. Anyway. Right. Well, we're going to play as Linda. Bang. Off to the races. Just because, you know, showcase some more.
A celestial shard chipped directly from the ancient crystal in the sanctuary.
Oh,
It
good,
would
careful.
be the Bergsons'
Don't spend all that all at
lifeline,
once.
A tether to pull them back home before death's fateful whisper.
Yeah. I love this art, man. It does me wonders. Silk Caverns, 1 of 2.
Filling the winding tunnels of the silk-covered caves, the acrid taste of poison lingered in the air. Spiders.
Spiders.
Linda told herself it was only target practice. As she readied her bow, they must find the spirit deep within the caves.
Yep. Okay, using her bow, she takes out enemies. You can use the thing to aim and shoot. She uses stamina to shoot when she's moving. Her stamina regenerates automatically when she doesn't move. So that's her mechanic. I believe you can just hold down this though, and she might auto-target on her own. Yeah, you can see the stamina drains. So that's her shield equivalent sort of ability. And she's got 2 dash bars. She's sort of got 2 stamina bars. Cool. Off we go. So this is what a proper run looks like. Bang. Open the door. It's interesting. I'm trying to figure out if she's got an auto aim. Sort of, like it's very gentle, you just got to push her in the right direction. There's something, oh, you know what? You know what I'm doing? I'm doing it wrong. Because you can press X to attack, or you can point the thumbstick. Because I was like, how come I can't fire and retreat? And now I can. Because I'm not using the thumbstick. That's the bit that wasn't connecting in my brain. Open the chest. Well, you piss off. Get some gold. You shoot. Oh, careful. You shoot that thing, it explodes. What's this do? Nothing. Just looks pretty. Depends on how you see pretty. There we go. Give me that level up. Alright, so. Harmonise. Decrease the stamina Linda must consume moving and shooting. Increase the duration she can perform. Okay, that's not really getting in our way yet, right? Loosen arrows skyward to fall upon Linda's enemies with explosive force. That sounds cool. Let's do that. Now, what's her ability there as well? Increasing the entire family's movement speed. Very cool. Nice. Now we're getting into the rhythm. Alright, we've got a door there. Yeah, we're going here. So it is interesting that not everything's corrupt. You just got bloody skeletons and goblins in the cave. You sort of standard fare, but the corrupt things are a bit more of a problem. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, see, these guys are way beefier. Can't shoot. Ah. What have I gotten myself into? Geez, that level up came at a good time. Holy heck. Okay, so Unlocks at level 4. So I guess I can put... Oh, I can't afford to put another point into that. So let's do that. That's good though. We need the stamina. So that sucks people in. You gotta be careful. Doesn't explicitly do damage, but can really fuck you up if you're not paying attention. Oh man, it's cool to be playing this again. Now you can probably try and just thunder run as well. Let's give it a look. Let's give it a look, see. Oh, well that's a dead end. Aha, checkpoint. Found the finish room portal. Press and hold to teleport back to it from anywhere on the floor, which is great. Here we go. So this is a safe room, I believe. They can't come in here.
Flowed around the room. Before they
Choker of illusion. Increased dodge chance. Hey. So you kind of want to hit all these bonuses. What we'll do... Can I... Oh, hang on. Oh, that's the teleport. What am I doing? Does the map pause? Ah, it does too. So there's a little bit up here. So, you know, you can decide to go slow and just grind out everything, or you can try and speed through and catch all the upgrades. I don't know if there's a Dead Cells-esque, like if you clear a room in under 2 minutes bonus sort of situation. I don't know what the bonus situation is. That's nice though. Hey, here we go.
A table fit for the gods, but a game made for mortals.
What's Pong of the Gods?
Was to be placed upon the pedestal, and their best was to be given.
Oh, you got to actually hit him. Easy. Oh, look at that. Hey, is that it? Cool, victory. That's a cute little game. But there's a whole lot of like little side quests and extra characters. I think there's like shopkeepers. There's a family dog that you can, you know. Again, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's some really good investment in exploring all the areas. That's not just roguelike upgrades. Create a totem that distracts all enemies. I tell you what, that's going to come in bloody handy. Now, I think we've scrubbed the map. So let's run back. So yeah. Oh. Okay. In we go. And I believe it'll just send us to the next floor. 2 out of 2, and it'll be a boss along the way as well. Alright. Let's zip through this quickly. See if we might be able to tussle with the boss, you know? Oh, fuck yeah, that's it. Look at those big mamas. I want whatever came out of there. I guess I already got it. Okay, cool. Yep, let's go.
In front of the hero.
Health globes and rage globes are more effective. Nice. Starting to build a little supply. Oops, I forgot I'm not... What's his name? Oh, we could drop that totem. There you go. Fuck, we could probably combo it as well. Nice. Because obviously if you're running around like this, you're not getting XP. Ooh, we're getting belted. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, let's just check out, because we'll show what happens.
Bergsons began to slip away, wondering if this was death. It was warmer than they expected.
Yep. Well, you know. That's one way to face death. Oh, this is warm.
They gasped for air as the celestial shard brought them back. A sensation no hero could become accustomed to.
No, you wouldn't think so.
As she heard John and Linda describe their foray, thoughts rushed through Margaret's head.
Yeah.
The corruption had amplified the creature's wickedness.
Yeah, no
and
good.
No longer were they part of the harmony of the Rhea. With the new threats looming, Margaret asked Ben to prepare his workshop.
Yeah.
He would have to take charge of enhancing the warrior family's weapons and armor.
So I believe because it's an ensemble cast, you're not really a main character. You get this sort of diorama moment where you can look around the house and cruise
Uncle
around
Ben
and
reached
just
out
poke
for
your head
the
in, see what's
familiar
going on.
warmth of the forge. If they were to
And
reach
here,
the
you know, you
top
can buy
of Mount
upgrades.
Mortar, their equipment would need to be of the highest
Armor,
quality.
nice. Yep, sure. That sounds good. And then the Book of Rhea is something else. What was that? Oh, it's not unlocked yet, but that's okay. I can't quite remember. And then, you know, you got all different things going on around the house. You can sort of just have a squiz and see what's going on. Yeah. Anyway, wonderful. Little cat playing with the ball. Little thingo playing with her toys. Bloody training ground with Thanos out there. Yeah. Anyway, Children of Morta. Like I said, you should be convinced. If you don't have it already, go get it because it's on pretty deep sale right now. But I only just caught it, so it's probably only for a few hours. But either way, pay full price for this game. This game is great. It has a lot of content. It's very challenging, very fun. And then I believe there's even DLCs out that I haven't even looked at, but they've also had like the updates for that sort of spin-off survival run-based mode as well. So there's just a lot of cool stuff going on here. Great game. Highly recommend it. Anyway, team, might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.